Okay, I stop here because remember there's a door here on the outside, and I'm not going to cut into my concrete. I'm going to cut from there, and the windows are 1 meter wide, and the space in between the windows is going to be 50 centimeters. Let me remeasure. Forty-nine is the space in between the two windows, because it's going to be one concrete block. And let me just remeasure quickly the windows. Measure twice, cut once. Yeah, guess what? Bloody windows are 105 cm wide instead of the 100 that we bought. Bloody hell. So that is 105 and 105. Now we want to have half there. Yeah, so 19, 5, 2, and we want to have on 55 millimeter on the sides, so that's 1 centimeter, so that's 2.60 meters. Oi, that's more than I was hoping for, in all honesty. Only installed this block to give me a point to measure with the laser liner. So I need 260. This here is my that's the horizontal line. Now aim the dot on the horizontal line. Press the button. Two, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. Jesus Christ! I need 2, 5, 9. Oh boy! Just with this laser measuring tool, just gotta make sure that I measure exactly on the horizontal line, which is indicated by the laser. I have attached a block there on that side, just so that the laser has a point to reach. That block is exactly installed at where I have to stop opening the wall. So God, I'm bad at explaining things, huh? It's because I'm thinking in beta. There's numbers going through my mind, and I have to translate them into words, trying to tell what I'm doing. Really difficult. I don't trust this level gauge. I'm gonna level gauge, measuring tape, electronic measuring tape. I'm gonna get another one. I have two. Okay, I just brought my other laser measure device, because I just don't trust the one that I have just used. Where's my green line? My horizontal line? Where's my red dot? Is that going on the green line? Yeah. So that's following the green line. 2555. This is fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. 272. I just move it a few centimeters and it gives me a completely different measurement. Now I'm just gonna calibrate my measuring tapes. I have been using this one, huh? Yeah, that's equal. That's equal. I mean, I have been measuring using one measuring tape for everything. So even if your the increments on the measure tape are off, it doesn't really matter, because they would be off with the same degree to every measurement I've taken. But I'm just, because now I start to doubt everything. And the thing is, I don't necessarily mind cutting twice, but it's really difficult with that heavy grinder to cut a thin strip off. And cutting off too much, I can backfill it with cement, with concrete, but it'll take, every time, it's 24 hours drying time, you know, setting time. So, you know, if I make a mistake, it could cost me a lot of time. Alright, so these are equal, and this is a pretty sturdy measuring tape. Let me just go again. Huh? This is perfectly on edge. And I need a measurement of 259. Oh. I'm really not that happy. No, I'm really not that happy. Bloody hell, I should have... yeah, we didn't know. Now, I mean, the result is that I have to go further into that wall than I wanted to, and yeah, well, the lento still rests on a piece, and the lento is also going to rest on that pillar in the middle. But I wanted to give it a little bit more beef to rest on. Sorry guys, sorry for the interruption, but I have something to say. You're watching now a re-edited, reconditioned episode of This Old French House. The episode that you're watching right now happened in the past. In fact, the house that we are rebuilding is basically finished right now, and it is up for sale. Yeah, unfortunately we have to sell it. Nadia and I have other plans. We are going to move to Nadia's mother country on the other side of the world. We can't have two houses at this moment. So yeah, the house is up for sale, and you know what? I really want you to buy it. The viewers of this channel should buy it. Not somebody who's never seen this channel before. So please see my email address below. If you want to have more information, write me a short email and I'll send you all the information you need to make an informed decision. Or an appointment to come by and have a look at the house. Thank you guys. Back to the video. Or what I do is I make that post in the middle a little bit smaller. I can do that. I can do that. I'll show you. I'll show you. You see, these are the blocks that I'm going to use as a pillar in between the two windows. And they are 49 wide, but I can cut the edges off, and then they become 46 wide. 46. That'll save me 3 centimeters. It's 3 centimeters is something we can probably work with. The reason is I don't really want to go into that concrete because there's a door in front, window sitting behind the door. That doesn't make any sense. So that would mean that I would have to remove the door, make the wall look nice again. That's possible, but then the windows are not sort of equally divided over the wall anymore. They're set to one side, and one side is oh, that looks a bit odd. And in order to completely center the windows, I would have to take a whole lot of that wall down. I'm not going to do that. Okay, we gained 3 centimeters. So then we arrive at 256. 256, huh? We calculate again, 105. Going to cut off the edges, and I'm going to cut them here. So the post that sits in the middle of the two windows is going to be this wide instead of this wide. Everything will be reinforced with rods and filled with concrete, so it's going to be really strong. But yeah, I've made my decision. There's going to be a lot more cutting, but I just want this end of the lantai to be sitting on a decent piece of wall and not just barely on top of the wall. It also doesn't look good, and no. And with regards to structural integrity, it doesn't matter. If I cut 1/3 off, it's gonna be freaking strong anyway. So I'm gonna measure again. Measure fucking 5 times, cut once. 2, 4, 3. That is right on the mark. That is where I'm going to have to cut. Oh boy. So, because this lantai lies deeper into the wall than this part, the line on the wall is slightly more to the right than where I've drawn it off. Gotta be so careful, huh? So now I gotta make sure that this line is equal to my mark instead of the line on the lantai. You know what? I know all this because I've made every single mistake there is to make. Don't know whether the camera registered it, but I've got a nice blue-purple line. Lavender. You know what just happened? I'm eating my sandwich. I am looking at my beautiful lavender blue line and say this isn't right. It looks not horizontal. So I measure it with the spirit level, and the spirit level says it's not straight vertical. So now I positioned this metal post stuck on my laser line, and now it says that indeed my purple line is not straight vertical. This should be the line, and I've checked it with my spirit level. I'll check it with another one. Yeah, also this says that this is the correct line. It's about good inch off at the bottom. Unreal. You gotta measure 10 times before you cut once. I'm so embarrassed watching you undress. Can't take my eyes off you. Counting the dandelions, I'm caught in heaven like 24/7, losing my grip of time with Yeah, I want to have this pillar vertical as makes sense in a house that's not square, and to just balance those blocks out, because they're going to be loose on top of each other, and then I'm going to fill the whole lot with concrete. So I'm not going to put cement or mortar in between those joints, but I'm gonna fill the whole lot with cement and reinforce it with rebar. And if there are any leaking joints when I fill with concrete, I'll just tape them with some duct tape temporarily. And just to get them more vertical, I've inserted these plastic wedges. I don't know whether you can see it against the light. These are plastic wedges I've been having for years and years, since I first bought them when I was installing a laminate floor. They just go in temporarily. Make sure that everything is straight. The rebar is going to be running from here into the lantai. I'm going to indicate where in the lantai I need to drill. Okay, now I'm going to take it down in the same sequence as we build up, and then I got to drill the bottoms through because they are sealed. It's a closed bottom. I want to drill it through so that the rebar can go through and the concrete.
I'm so embarrassed watching you undress. Can't take my eyes off you. You're on my shoulder, counting the dandelions. I'm caught in heaven, like 24/7, losing my grip of time with you.